Yes. Good morning, children, and welcome to the sixth standard syllabus. And today we have history, and we have got in alternate days. In one day you get either history or geography, and one day you get civics and economics. So today we get history, the first chapter in your textbook. If you have got textbooks, you open the textbook and read what actually I explained and see while writing answers also. Textbooks are useful. And here the history, time, source and evidence. This is the title of the first chapter in your 6th standard social studies. And here, what is history? See, actually the social science is a group of four important parts. That is what history, civics, geography and economics. And here we have got more than 10 chapters regarding history, particularly in 6th standard. And first of all, you have to know the meaning of history. So what is history? The English word history has been derived from the Greek word historia. What is the Greek word here? Historia. What is the meaning of this word? That is knowledge acquired by investigation. What is historia? Knowledge acquired by investigation. So how do we get knowledge? By doing some investigation, by searching for something. Whenever you acquire knowledge, whenever you get knowledge, that is called history. Just take one example. If you want to know about pyramids, the pyramids which you can see in Egypt, what you do? You go and you search and you get some sources. You try to get some sources to know about pyramids in Egypt. So even in the, if you want to know about the past, what you are doing? You are investigating something. So what is history means? That is, we acquire knowledge by doing investigation. That's why in a sentence they are explaining the meaning of history, that the account of all the events that have occurred in the past. So it is the account, it is the combination, it is the congregation, it is the mix, it is a mixer of all the, it is a record of all the accounts. That is what it is, the account of all the events that have occurred in the past. So the incidents what have actually happened in the past, those are all described in the subject called history. Now the people who actually study, the people who write about that history, what those are called historians. What those people are called? Historians. So what is the meaning of historian? Historian means the person who writes and who studies about the history. Those are called historians, or that person is called a historian. See, you can take number of such people. Among them, one person is here, that is Herodotus. Herodotus is a Greek historian. Who is that? Greek historian. So he is considered father of history. Who is considered father of history? Herodotus, who belonged to the country Greece. So he is a Greek historian. He is considered father of history. So for every subject, of course, we have got fathers. For if you see biology, if you see economics, I told you that Adam Smith is father of economics. Like that, father is there for every subject, every science. Aristotle, the father of biology. So like that, you can see the father for every science, every subject. Like that, who is father of history here? Herodotus is a Greek historian. So what is the meaning of historian? The person who writes, the person who studies, the person who describes about the historical events. Those people are called, that person is called historian, or those people are called historians. Now coming to the time frame in history. So the events which actually have occurred in the past, those are described in the subject called history. Then how do we study that? Some events actually took place very early, but some events have taken place recently. So how do we describe that? So in order to describe that, two periods you can see, that is prehistory and history. So what is, here it is called prehistorical period and historical period. What it is called, the prehistorical period and historical period is prehistorical period. Prehistorical period and historical period. So what is prehistorical period? So prehistorical period means the period for which there are no written records. The period for which there are no written records, that period is called prehistorical period. Then what is historical period? The period for which you find written records. If there are no written, for example, after 50 years, if someone wants to know about what actually happened in India, how do they know? They can easily get information. So through newspapers, nowadays internet is available. Whenever they Google the information, they can get it. Why? Because in newspapers, everything is actually coming day by day. So they can come to know about through newspapers. Why? Because there is a written record. Then how do you know about what actually happened in the past? So there are no records. So the period for which we don't have any written records, such period is called prehistorical period, and which is also called prehistory. Understood? Then what is historical period or history? The period for which we find written records, that is called historical period or history. There are written records for this. Then now we get a doubt. Then how do we know about the prehistorical period? What happened actually? How do we know? So for that purpose only, one subject actually help us to know about the prehistorical period. What that science is, that is archaeology. What that is? Archaeology. What is archaeology? It is a scientific study of remains of buildings and other objects. It is the scientific study of remains of the buildings and other objects. This is archaeology. Just try to understand the people who actually involved in that science, in that department, those people are archaeologists. What those are called? Archaeologists. Archaeologists. What archaeologists actually do? They go on research. They go on for excavations. Excavations. What are excavations? Excavations are nothing but diggings. What they do? Just they go on dig, they go on excavate something whenever they get a doubt about the events what actually happened in a particular area. Through such excavations, the things what actually come out, through those things they try to reveal what actually happened in the past. See, just to take one example, that is in 1922, what happened? A great civilization came into existence. What is that? Indus Valley civilization. What is the civilization name? Indus Valley civilization. When? 1922. So in 1922, the archaeology particular department, they did excavations, they did diggings, where at two places, that is Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. What are the two places? Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. In these two places, whenever they conducted excavations, they came to know about a great civilization was existed before, that is 2500 BC. Understood? That means 5000 years ago, there was a great civilization flourished along the river Indus. That is what that was called Indus Valley civilization, even which is also called Harappan civilization. So archaeology department only actually revealed the truth. So all Indians actually wondered that 5,000 years ago a great civilization flourished in India with the name of Indus Valley civilization. Who was the person who conducted those civilizations, particularly that excavation? Sir John Marshall. Who is the person name? What is the person name? Sir John Marshall. He conducted excavations. Where? Two places, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. Those two cities have come into existence through such excavations. Understood? So, with this explanation, with this description, what you come to know that archaeology, a separate department, actually do such important excavations. So whenever they get the things through those excavations, by doing investigation about those things, actually what we get through such excavations, we get some utensils, we get some coins, we get some writings, some inscriptions. Through those we come to know what actually happened in the past. Understood? So that is about archaeology. Archaeology actually helps us to know about the prehistory, remember, and that is about of course anthropology is also there. That is another subject. What is other subject? Anthropology. Anthropology is the other one. So archaeology actually do investigation on the things which they have excavated, but anthropology they do research on the skulls, bones and other skeletons by conducting some tests like DNA, radiocarbon tests. What those tests are called? Radiocarbon tests on such bones, skulls and skeletons. They reveal that for which period those people actually belong. So in that way, anthropology also helps us to know about the past history. Understood? So this is about the prehistory. That is what prehistory. Prehistorical period or prehistory. Now coming to the history. So what is historical period? Historical period is nothing but the period in which all the written records are available. So here that generally through those important evidences we come to know about people, places, events, and whenever we get about the information about people, places and events, we arrange all those in a chronological order. We arrange all those in a chronological order. What is chronological order? Arranged in the order. So the things based on the incidents, we arrange all those in a order. Just take one example. If you see the Indian history, first Arabs came in 712, next Delhi Sultans came, next Mughals came, next British period, next our soul started. In this way, what we are doing? We are arranging all the events, all the years in order. What that order is called? Chronological order. Chronological order means what? Arranging all the events based on the years, based on the period. That is called chronological order. So, in a historical period, particularly we have got some evidences to reveal the history, to describe about the history. What are those? Rocks are available, pillars, clay tablets, palm leaves, barks of the birch tree, and even later we have got paper also. Then who introduced paper? Chinese introduced paper. Who introduced paper? Chinese introduced paper to the world. Understood? So in that way, the period in which written records are available, that period is called historical period, or that is called history. Understood? So in the historical period, again the history is divided into three periods. That is ancient period, medieval period, modern period. What that is called? The ancient period, medieval period, modern period. Just remember this, friends. Now we will see what are the archaeological sources. In what way the physical divisions of India actually decided our history. Because of our physical divisions also, our history was modified. In what way our physical divisions influence is there on our history? Let us see. Yes, children. Now, how we calculate dates in history? In history, you can find two important dates, that is BC and AD. What actually BC refers? BC refers before Christ. That means before the birth of Christ, the things what actually happened before the birth of Christ, all those events refer as BC. All those events refer as what? BC. Just take one simple example, that Indus Valley civilization. Indus Valley civilization flourished, that is 2500 BC. That means what? For example, I am telling. So here the Indus Valley civilization actually took place 2500 BC means what? Before birth of Christ, 2500 years ago, the Indus Valley civilization was there. So even in the BC, that is before Christ, we write all the years like this. That is, we write the big number first, next small number like this. We come from big in the BC. Understood? So what is BC? Before Christ. Even now historians are using, instead of BC, they are using BCE, before common era. So BC or BCE same. Don't get confusion. So what is BC? Why do we use BC, before Christ? In order to describe the events which actually happened in the past, particularly before the birth of Christ. Next, coming to the AD, Anno Domini. What is the meaning of AD? Anno Domini. So Anno Domini means in the year of the Lord. In the year of Lord. In the year of the Lord. Anno Domini. Or the birth of the great God Jesus. And here we write all the years, not in this is what in ascending order. That is the 2020, 2021, 2022, like that. Here no confusion. But in the BC, we write like that. We write